Good evening to you all once again and welcome to this week's Business Forum. It is the 13th of August and we are here with the best information to enlighten your business world. I am Jocelyn Nachibule. Inflation continues to rise following the exchange rate depreciation, leading to increase in the central bank rates. Inflation in July 2015 rose by 5.4% compared to the 4.9% in June 2015, a rate that has witnessed several controversies. We have the details.
Inflation phenomenon continues to pose a threat to borrowers as commercial bank rates follow suit. Annual headline and core inflation is at 5.4% compared to the previous 4.9% in June.
The increase in consumer goods prices cut across all subcomponents of the consumer price index basket, except food crop prices, which declined by 3.9% over the preceding month. The momentum of price increases remained high for services and other goods category, reflecting the impact of exchange rate depreciation.
The central bank has consequently had a 1.5% increment on the borrowing rates onto the previous 14.5% as a means to tighten liquidity, which is a calculated move to tighten the monetary policy.
The Bank of Uganda will raise the CBR rate by 1.5 percentage points, 16%, and will also increase the band on CBR by 1 percentage point to plus or minus 3 percentage points, and the margin on the rediscount rate at 4 percentage points on the CBR.
This development has, however, not been taken lightly by the Uganda traders, as the interest rates have equally affected already existing loan schemes, thereby affecting businesses.
When you start changing the installments which are supposed to be paid by the loanee, that will be very dangerous. That will result in more default, and our collateral as businessmen will be taken.
Amidst all this inflation and exchange rate depreciation, Bank of Uganda projects a strong GDP position in 2015, aided by public investments, faster growth in private sector borrowing, and a recovery of the agriculture sector. As the rate of inflation continues to worsen, with the latest being at 5.4%, Bank of Uganda has maintained its monetary policy of tightening liquidity through increasing the CBR rates. Nancy Okwong, WBS Business.
Now, the largest population of Ugandans are until now crying foul of unemployment, and this is proving to be the order of the day, with 62% of the youths unemployed. However, Stone Quarrying has employed a section of women who thus do not have to look for white-collar jobs. Details follow.
At 24 years of age, Margaret Nabatanzi is a single mother of two who has to labor tooth and nail to earn a living. With just a hammer under the hot sun, sheltered by a three-stick shed, she conducts her business. Quarrying is a business despised by many, but has seen Margaret surviving. With hands that have lost their tenderness and often injured by the hammer, she is forced to spend the little money she earns on medication.
Sometimes the hammer hits my hands and stone particles enter my eyes, and I have to either go to a clinic or Molago Hospital.
Each basin full of stones earns her scanty 250 shillings, implying she has to put in a little more effort to cater for her family. She has, however, been in position to pay school fees for her two children and afford a roof over their heads.
I pay school fees for my two children, each at 100,000 shillings per term, and I also pay rent of 40,000 every month.
The weather does not spare Margaret. The rainy season comes with its own challenges as Margaret counts her losses.
Whenever it rains, I can't come to work. I just count it a wasted day.
Having been deserted by the father of her 2 children, Margaret advises her fellow women to embrace the spirit of hard work and endeavor to be self-reliant if they are to survive in this competitive world.
Women should not wait for money from men. They should work and take care of themselves.
Margaret is only a representation of the many women who inspire others to work hard. Most of them have given up on their pride and set aside societal ridicule because they have needs to meet. This is a story of an empowered woman from grassroots who is not a slave to unemployment. Stone quarrying may be regarded as a very dirty job, but it has been a source of earning for these women and their young ones.
The depreciation of the shilling has been blamed on the political climate of the country. The shilling has continued to poorly perform against the dollar, an effect that is regarded to be influenced by the looming election period. We have the details.
In preparation for the 2016 elections, political leaders have resorted to harboring lump sum amounts of money as fixed deposits, thereby holding free cash flow, a reason for the 5.4% level of inflation.
Like I've said earlier, that the issues of campaign electioneering is affecting the shillings because many people have saved money. This money is kept somewhere, including myself. I've saved money for campaign purposes.
Wangolo blamed foreign investors for the increased CBR, attesting to the fact that proceeds from their investments that are returned to their home countries, leaving a shortage in central bank reserves.
The bank interest rates are high simply because they tried to reduce it to ensure that shillings do appreciate. That has not succeeded. And that's why they decided to increase, such that they talk to the commercial banks also to stabilize their interest rates.
Jacob Wangolo, however, foresees a Uganda with stable economic performance in terms of reduced prices and favorable exchange rates after 2016.
Uganda, we are progressing, and I know the future of our country will be okay, only that we need to do some bit of some calculations as for the economy to grow.
Now, traders in NAKASERO market, but those not under the market shelters, have this week been evicted from the premises by the Kampala Capital City Authority to pave way for a parking area. The authority's decision left many traders in tears, wondering where they are going to earn a living. We have the details.
Singa batugamba nti muveewo mugende wano kyalibadde kirungi ate nekira kesisi yajja nnungi naye ababbi bangi bakasitoma bakendeera omuntu ajja n'emmotoka ye n'agipaakinga ne basumululako amataala.
Embeera ya kesisi yandibadde mbi naye singa balekawo nga amateeka bwe gaaliwo agedda we gaali fine parking yaliwo ab'emisana fine baba kesisi bennyinyi be baaguza ab'eki ab'emisana ate bennyinyi be babagobaganya ffe batuleke essaawa zaffe ze twakolanga ne tukoma ssaawa 3 abawotameyo ne baddamu ssaawa 10 ne bakola.
Advise the authorities and the decision makers at KCCA, whoever took such a decision, to first of all reconsider their position, and two, again to assess the situation and reinstate these people.
We now break off shortly and return with corporate briefs. Welcome back. You are watching WBS Business Forum. Now, with a zeal to improve business operations in the country, the Uganda Investment Authority, UIA, on Monday came up with a one-stop center electronic integration project. The project will be manned by a Norwegian consultant firm at a tune of 1.6 billion shillings. We have the details.
Uganda Investment Authority, in partnership with Uganda Registration Services Bureau, has yet made a mile towards advancing business in Uganda. This is through the electronic integration of the one-stop center.
The consultant is working on generating the integrated electronic one-stop center. That is important in that when we deal with investors in silos, their experience and the time it takes them to start doing business is still long. Whereas if you are integrated in a one-stop center, you can reduce on the days.
Dr. Frank Seboa says 1.6 billion Uganda shilling has been put aside for the electronic integration process. An additional $15 million has also been set aside for construction of a physical one-stop center. The electronic one-stop center, said to be completed by December 2015, projects improvement in the general business climate arising from reduced costs of doing business. The integration is bound to be linked with 25 government ministries that have direct impact on investors, thus reducing the rate of corruption.
We want to grow the electronic one-stop center to include all those in one place, or electronically on the internet, so that you can deal with them, most of these things, quicker and faster.
The one-stop center is intended to quicken business registration, since all services will be offered by a single unit. Investment, therefore, is forecasted to improve with the establishment and inner control of the natural resources by the government, which will in turn improve the GDP stand of the country.
We take another short break, and when we return, we bring you the Let's Talk Exports.